This is my 10 people for my 15-minute lecture on how to be a leader.
How to be a leader.
My name is Kevin Ford. I'd like to welcome you to this 15-minute lecture on how to be a good leader. So, there are several qualities that a good leader must possess, and what might they be? Anyone? Taylor? Strong?
Confident.
Confident? Knowledgeable? The best way to lead is by example. There's a saying that if employees don't lead jobs, they lead managers. Managers are leaders. So if you have a good leader where you work, you have a good manager, right?
Right.
So a good leader or manager should not ask you to do anything that they're not willing to do. They should also share and have the same knowledge base as you, right?
Yep.
Have you ever had a bad leader?
Yep. Yep.
What did they do that you thought was bad?
Put me on a job that I don't think they'd be willing to do, or they would extremely hate to do.
That I can see that. Anybody else? Examples of a good leader? You got any of those?
To be willing to do a job that they would be able to would do.
Right.
Go ahead and do it yourself. I mean, a job they would. A good leader, I think, would take initiative, but he's got to think about is what he would be doing to do a good job.
Yeah.
Always want to do a good job for somebody.
Right. So, why is it important to always have a good leader?
That's important.
Think about it as like a leaderless army. If you went to work and no one was there to offer you any direction, any instruction, any feedback as to what you were doing, if you're doing it right, if you're doing it wrong, if there were any new ideas, new changes.
You got to have an objective, just like the military. A goal you got to strive for. If it's to blow a bridge, or if it's dig a foxhole, or go out there and fight the enemy, you got to know what you're doing and where you're going, and what you're gonna do. You got to know how you're gonna do it to complete your project or your goal or your objective. One thing, you got to have somebody know what you're doing. You got to be willing to have that initiative to do it.
And accountability.
Oh yeah.
Everybody is accountable for their actions or their lack of action. So a leader will hold you, or should a good leader should hold you to
Accountability.
yes, sir. So that gets back to the importance of a leader. If you get to work, Layla, and there's nobody there, what are you going to do? Wait?
Step up.
Step up.
Go out the door.
Leaders are born. They're not made. Okay. There are some who are natural born leaders that seem to pick it up well and quick and can run with it, and there's others who just have no desire at all to lead. They just want to come in and be the worker bee or the ant and just get that task done. A good leader will help motivate you to be more, so that you learn more, so you do more, so you advance. Leaders create leaders.
Another thing I think is about completing the project or whatever you got to do. If you stop and take a half a day break, you don't get nothing done.
Right.
You got to be willing to complete the project or the goal. Stick with it.
Something has got to motivate people, and most of that is your leadership. If you don't have good leadership, eventually the organization will fail. It matters not, because you cannot keep surviving. You cannot produce a product. You cannot do a task, a job, anything without a leader, whether it's a good leader or a bad leader. So our qualities for the bad would be one that does not possess the knowledge base to do your assigned job. So they're not going to know if you're doing it right. They have no idea. Those who've never worked in a position other than management. There are some out there that's all they do. They've never worked. They've always been a manager. So in order to be a good, effective leader, you need to possess skills that you should know every task that your employees do to be a good, effective leader. If you don't, you're going to lack a lot of the respect from your employees as to what tasks and when and how. As an employee, you're going to question, well, who are they to tell me what I need to do and how I need to do it, if they have no idea what I'm doing. So, in order to be a good, effective leader, you need that knowledge base, that skill set, and the respect. The respect goes a long way, but respect is never given, it's earned, and it's always a two-way street. It's never just one way. If you want to be respected, you need to respect. Those are some really good qualities in leaders. It's like I said, leaders create leaders. So nobody just assumes that role. Not in the civilian world. In the fire service, you go through ranks. In the military, you go through ranks. There's a training status there that everyone must endure, but you can go through all the training that you want, and you can still not be a good leader. You can always be a leader, but the purpose is to be a good leader. So, thoughts?
They have to create a team and be part of that team.
That's right, team.
They have to be positive.
The teamwork is a big part. It helps the leader have all your employees or your people that following you or your supervising respect for that, and but be able to do it, everything, every task you say. Too.
Right. So,
Teamwork is important.
So who wants to get up in the morning and go to work and just be a worker bee? There are some that's all they strive for, and it's the leader's job to find out what motivates them, whether it's money, respect, personal job satisfaction. that's all qualities of being a good leader. It's just that leader's job and responsibility to find out what each individual likes and what motivates them to do more and to do better. Let's look at it. Everybody that starts in the workforce, that ends in the workforce, everybody goes from point A to point B. Point B is retirement. So a good, effective leader will motivate you from beginning to end. Thoughts?
A good leader will meet with employees or people that he's working with, and tell them the performance, like me on the job at the cigarette factory. Meet with every 3 months, 6 months, and get your goals, which you need to accomplish. Have you met those goals? You're doing a good job. You're doing a poor job. I need you to do a few more extra things than you're doing.
Employee feedback.
Feedback, right.
If a good leader will have that line of communication there, where I've always felt that a good leader was, I never looked at them like they were a supervisor. They were a friend, someone that could talk to you, and you could talk to them in such a manner that it's respectful on each end, but you have to have that open line of communication to be an effective leader, no matter who, what, when, where. So,
You have to stay educated and know the changes in the industry and the task at hand to continue to lead.
that's correct.
I think, like you said, it's important to have that open line of communication, but also have it so that it's both respectful and completely honest.
That's correct. And you lead by example. A good leader is always willing to do the exact same job that you are.
Or help you out doing that job.
That's correct. So, any questions about this little short lecture? I know it was short. Anybody over time? I got a 15-minute slot there.
A good leader will always get employees of the workers or whoever your supervisor, especially if they're doing good, praise. Praise goes a long way.
Feedback.
Feedback.
Positive feedback, or even if it's negative.
Can't,
it's still
constructive criticism, if it's, if it's not just to get it in a respectful way, sometimes can help.
Yeah,
If it's done in the right way.
you're right. It is.
13, 15.
So does anybody have any questions? Mandy, Levi, Layla, Pierce, Taylor, Dylan, Callie?
What are some examples of good leaders that you've had?
I'd say the best example that I've ever seen was I was a commercial carpenter for a general contractor. We were late on a job trying to get some work done. The owner of the company that I worked for took his suit jacket off and his tie and got down in a ditch and we tied steel together for probably 4 or 5 hours. Did he have to? Absolutely not. But that was probably the best show of leadership for someone, especially someone in his position, to actually get down with you and do not the hardest task, but a task like that. And that's probably been 25 years ago. I remember it, because it's a sign of an excellent, strong leader, that they're willing to do the same job that you are, no matter what role that they have or they assume.
Well, being late on that job was going to affect him just as much as it did you.
You're correct.
Probably deeper in his pocket.
So,
I remember correctly when many years ago when I worked with Lennox China Incorporated, that all supervisors, including plant manager, all the way down to the smallest supervisor, they went out on the floor and to work and to do every task in the whole plant. They work a different job each day, and I actually poured the molds and all day long in the plastic, and we took it out of the molds. They would go through the whole process, every nasty little job or thing we had to do all day long. The work was made, the work next, another day, another job, different situation, and then that's why I say they would learn the task of each job and what they had to go through.
that's what makes a
pretty
good
tough.
supervisor. I mean, a good leader. But they gained the respect of all of the employees at the same time they were learning to do all of the jobs.
And I have seen, like on at the family day, the plant managers, the big supervisors would, like you're seeing the, people get up in a pool and throw ball at them like a clown and knock them down in that water. They'd be willing to get down and be knocked down.
That's good. Well, again, we're at our mark here for our time. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for your input. I hope everybody has a good day. And again, thank you for sitting through my 15-minute lecture on what it takes to be a good leader. Thank you.
Yes, you get that on.